Hey YouTubers, I'm Mr. Rembrandt and this is Mr. Rembrandt. So we're going to go into a clip where Jordan Peterson and Joe Rogan from Joe Rogan's latest episode with Jordan Peterson. And Jordan Peterson and Rogan are reminiscing and talking about the fun and importance and the benefits of regular and traditional everyday jobs. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Even if I tried to teach a friend of mine this and he eventually committed suicide for a variety of reasons, and he managed it now and then, but finally was overcome by the demons that possessed him, let's say. You know, he was a very smart man, but he hadn't made much of his education, and so he was in positions he felt were beneath him. And I tried to tell him that the idea that those positions were beneath him was his own blindness, because there was an infinite amount of possibility everywhere. So like I worked in restaurants and I had lots of working class jobs, like 30 of them, like lots. And I really liked working in restaurants. I was a dishwasher. I loved it once I got good at it. And the reason I loved it is I was a kid, 14, and I got treated as an adult because I worked hard, you know. And I loved that, man. That was so great to be treated as an adult, a legitimate contributor.
Respect.
You bet, you bet. And then because I worked hard and was interested, the cook in the first restaurant, who was a German chef, he taught me to cook. It's like, then I was a short order cook and I was like 15. And so that was really fun because it was fun to work in the kitchen, and the place was full of jokes and tricks all the time. And I learned how to cook, and I learned how to handle the domestic environment and to clean and put things in order, but also to work with people. And I had really good friendships with those people, and that fostered all sorts of opportunities for me. There was an infinite amount of possibility in that dishwashing job, because I wasn't in a bloody box with people pushing dishes in through a slot. I was in this dynamic environment where people were trying to be hospitable, which is really, really hard, you know, on a mass scale under a lot of pressure, because restaurants can be high-pressure jobs because of the rushes that go with it. There was everything in the world was in that restaurant. If you had eyes to see it, like dozens of my friends, I think it was literally dozens, came to that restaurant to get a job as a dishwasher, and every single one of them quit. So it's like
I had a very
So just to break down a little bit of that, there's a lot of novelty in having the job down the street, a regular job. One, you learn a lot of things. You have tremendous amount of camaraderie. And when you work in a job like that, you can build your skills up and make yourself more higher quality, and market yourself in a way that eventually you could move on to another company in the same industry with higher pay, or you in that same company can work your way up the ladder. And the stories and the camaraderie and things that you know that are necessarily not always translatable to money are unprecedented, what you learn in those type of jobs. Anybody who's highly successful can tell you about the past jobs they had, and how much fun it was, and how much things they learned from it. I have a good friend of mine, and my good friend's, his wife, for example, I remember having a conversation with her on Facebook, and she's a nurse now, and she enjoys her job as a nurse. But she said the most fun she ever had was the job when she worked at Home Depot. So this is unprecedented. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you got some value out of it. And I'll see you on the next video. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe.